that thou wouldst be a queen and check the world. William Shakespeare, King John, 1623. In today's lesson, we are going to be talking about the queens. Now, over the years, the queen has actually switched gender. Originally, he played the part known as the Farzan. Now, Farzan is a Persian word which means the king's hand, the king's assistant, or wise man. Farzans always counseled the king in battle and out of battle. And a Farzan's power in chess was restricted to moving only one square in a diagonal direction. Now, when chess comes to Europe during the medieval times, in European culture, it was accepted that the person next to the king should be a queen. Thus, the change of gender from male to female had come about. Now, however, the lady's going to have to wait until the Renaissance to obtain the power that she enjoys today. Changes to the rules occur when experiments were tried in Spain to actually speed up the game. Now, in 1497, Queen Isabella of Castile, the most powerful and renowned Spanish queen of all time, reigned over Spain and even parts of what was then called the New World. Well, she's such a powerful queen that the people actually start changing the game because of her. And they start doing so by increasing the queen's power by allowing the queen to move vertically, horizontally, and diagonally the length of the board. Now, this is going to result in Her Majesty becoming the real power behind the throne, and since that time and up to today, the Queen has been the strongest piece on the board. It also has the greatest value of all of the pieces. So if you're able to capture a queen, it's actually worth 9 points. I'm going to refer to this queen as the lemonade queen. I'm going to refer to this queen as the chocolate queen. So let's go ahead and place them on the starting positions. It's very important to note that queens always start on the D file. So dark colored queen on the D file, dark colored square, light colored queen D file, light colored square. Okay? Now, many beginning chess club students make the mistake of doing this. They will actually set up the queens on the wrong file, and then they'll say, you know what, but dark colored queen, dark colored square, light colored queen, light colored square. What's wrong about this is the queens are on the E files, and queens do not start on the E files. It's actually the kings that do that. So what's a quick way that we can remember this? Well, if we look at the D file, and actually I want you to think about a dessert place called Dairy Queen. I don't know if you've ever been there, but Dairy Queen, they serve ice cream, sundaes, and different types of shakes. But nowadays, if you were to just drive by Dairy Queen, they actually call it DQ. And if you look at the lowercase d, think of dairy and Q meaning queen, you'll always remember on the D file DQ. So from there, it's just remembering, okay, DQ, Dairy Queen, light colored queen, light colored square, dark colored queen, dark colored square. If you do that, I guarantee you, you'll never forget where these queens start in the beginning of chess. So I'm going to place this queen right over here in the corner, and she can move horizontally and vertically just like a rook, and she can also move diagonally just like a bishop. So let's kind of talk about those movements right now. From this position, she can move to A2. She can also move to A3. If she wanted to, she can slide all the way over here to A8 along the A file, just like a rook. Now let's bring her back. Now she can move over here at B1, just like a rook horizontally along the first rank. She can move over here to C1. If she wanted to, all the way over here to H1, just like a rook. In addition, she can move diagonally, just like a bishop. So she can move here to B2. Let's bring her back. She can move over here to C3. Let's bring her back. If she wanted to, all the way, just as long as we're following those diagonal red squares, she can move all the way over here to H8, or any of the squares I didn't mention in the examples. So she can move just like that. So keep that in mind. Now, another thing you're going to want to keep in mind is that queens cannot jump over other pieces. That's going to be important to know. So I'm just going to use this rook as an example. If this queen wants to move to A6, she's not going to be able to jump over the rook to get there. She can only move to A2 and A3. So what's the rook going to have to do? It's going to have to get out of the way. It can get way out of the way if he wants to. And Chocolate would make a move, and now this queen can move to A6. Another way it could have done it is the rook could have moved here. Chocolate would make a move, and now we can move that queen to A6. So kind of keep that in mind. And the same thing goes diagonally. So if this rook were instead over here at coordinate D4, and we wanted that queen to move over here to F6, that rook's going to have to move out of the way. chocolate would then make a move, and then we can move the queen diagonally, just like a bishop would, to f6. And obviously the same thing would apply to horizontally. We want the queen on a1 to move to f1. The rook is in the way. She can only move to b1. So let's move that rook out of the way. We can move it right over here. Chocolate would make a move, and now we could move to f1. The other way would be we can move our rook over here. Chocolate would make a move, and we can move our queen over to f1. So kind of keep that in mind. Now queens capture in the same way they move. So let's kind of set something up really quick and see what we can come up with. I'm going to place a rook there. Let's place a bishop here, queen, and a king. And let's get out a couple pieces here. Okay, now in this example we're going to pretend that it's Lemonade's turn to move. You'll notice, let's focus on the queen. She's attacking all of the squares on the b file. She's also attacking all the squares on the second rank, and she's attacking the diagonal red squares. C1 and A3, and all of these diagonal squares. A1, she's attacking C3, D4, and she's actually able to attack or capture the rook at E5. So let's go ahead and have her capture that rook at E5. That rook is worth 5 points, boys and girls, and so we're going to stop right over there. You'll also notice at this point, she is attacking the bishop along the E file. She's attacking all the squares on the 5th rank. She's attacking all the red diagonal squares. But even more importantly, she's attacking all the red diagonal squares this way on which the chocolate king is located. Now, whenever you're attacking your opponent's king, you must say this word in the chess classes, chess clubs, events, and tournaments. You must say check. And in saying check, what you're saying to your opponent is this: I am attacking your king directly. You have one turn to figure out how to get him out of danger. If you're unable to figure out how to get him out of danger, I will win this game. So there's many squares that this chocolate king can move to. He's just going to move over here to G8. It's going to be Lemonade's turn to move. He's going to move right over here, capturing the 3-point bishop. And notice she's, at this point, attacking all the squares on the E file, all the squares on the 8th rank, the most important one being the king. Also attacking the white squares diagonally and this rook too. We'd actually call this a fork. It's attacking 2 pieces at once, but we would say check. So he's going to have to get out of the way. He moves right over here. Now the queen's going to move directly, diagonally backwards, attacking the 5-point rook. And right over here, she parks right here. She's attacking all the squares on the 7th rank. So we're going to say check again. He's going to have to move out of the way. Lemonade moves his king. He's going to move the king. Lemonade moves his king, and now it's going to be Chocolate's turn to move. Now it turns out he can't move here. Now the reason he's not going to be able to move here is that the queen is attacking diagonally, coordinate E8. It's also attacking all of these diagonal squares, but this is the most important one. Now, notice that this queen is attacking all of the squares on the 7th rank. So this king is not going to be able to move here, nor will it be able to move here. Now, the second reason is because kings can't be next to each other. Won't be able to move here because of the queen, and kings can't be next to each other. This would be a forced move. Now, Chocolate may not want to do it. He's forced to do it. He can only move to the only safe square, which is G8. Okay, now from here, there is one move for checkmate, but there's 4 different moves in which we can do it. The first one would be to move to G7. This would definitely be checkmate. We're attacking the king. He's not going to be able to escape danger. Over here, he's being attacked by the queen. Over here, he's being attacked by the queen, and kings can't be next to each other. He can't capture that queen because kings can't be next to each other. Nor can he move here because of the queen and king. He can't move over here. He's being attacked by the queen. That would be checkmate. Now the other checkmates are just moving to any of these coordinates. I'll move them right over here, and that's checkmate. Attacking all the squares on the 8th rank. Can't move here. Being attacked. Kings can't be next to each other. Illegal move. Kings can't be next to each other. We got checkmate by providing proof and evidence without capturing the king. Now just to quickly recap, queens are the most powerful piece in the game. They're able to move vertically, horizontally, and diagonally. They're worth 9 points if you are able to capture them. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to talk to your chess instructors, teachers, or chess masters. We'd love to hear all of your questions. You can also post a question on this YouTube page because we'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you very much for watching this video.